Hello all, welcome back to Shaving with Peg Leg. I hope all you boys and girls out there are doing just fine and having good shaves, especially you boys. Today's shave, number 4 on my list for my Magnificent 11 razors, is the Merkur Vision 2000. They only made this for a few years, early 2000s, and then they quit because it wasn't a seller. The blade in it is a second use Astra. As you can see, it's a twist to open. But look how much razor is on either side of that blade. You see all that? This thing is big, it's heavy, it's bulky. And I want to show you something. This is on setting 1. Now watch this bottom plate when I open this thing up. See that? This is a 1.5 millimeter, 1.5 something millimeter blade gap. Alright, that's on setting 1. That's the lowest setting. On the highest setting, it's a 2.565 millimeter. I couldn't remember what the lowest is, but it's a 2.565 millimeter. 2.5 millimeters of blade gap on this sucker when it's fully open. And I don't know if you can see it or not, it holds the blade completely flat. There's no arc to it at all. And it has positive blade exposure. This could quite possibly have been the most aggressive razor, safety razor ever made. I am going to shave the head and the face with this thing on the setting 1. 1.5 millimeter, I think it's 1525, something like that, millimeter blade gap and positive blade exposure on the noggin and on the face. We're going to give that a go. That quite possibly, don't quote me, I haven't tried every aggressive razor out there, but that quite possibly, like I said, second use Astra Green, could quite possibly be the most aggressive razor ever made. This sucker's heavy. They didn't sell many of them, so they took it off the market. They're expensive. There's one on eBay now for $369.99 or something, 95, so $370. They're not cheap. They are heavy. They are big. They do not get into tight places, and they're aggressive as hell. If you want to lose layers of skin, there you go, baby, right there. All right, the soap today, I wanted something nice and slick. So I brought out Shave Dad West Coast, or is it West Coast Shaving? The Shave Store, West Coast, the Shave Store, Shave Dad Facebook group, and Strike Gold Shaving collaboration on Commando. The soap is made by Strike Gold. The scent notes are Shave Dad, and the seller is the Shave Store. I'm just looking for. It is a tallow-based soap. It's the third ingredient. It's the second ingredient. Stearic acid, tallow, water, shea butter, cocoa butter, potassium hydroxide, sodium hydroxide, castor oil, glycerin, and Tusha silk. That's Tussah silk. Very slick soap. I liked it the first time I used it. The scent note's okay. It's not one I would normally gravitate to, but you can live with it. It's very good. I don't know what papyrus smells like. I pick up. It's the scent notes are sandalwood, leather, papyrus, cedar, cardamom, violet, iris, and amber. The violet, iris, and amber jump out at me. A little bit of cedar or sandalwood or both in the background. I do not smell leather. I don't know what papyrus smells like. Old reeds, I don't know. But every nose is different. I've got soaps that jump out at me on leather, and some people don't smell the leather. So 6 and 1/2 dozen of the other. It's a good scent. Definitely slick. And that's what I want with this behemoth that's going to go on my face here in a second. No. I can't remember. I forgot to look up the name of the brush. I forget the name of it. I got a new brush in. Only because it was like $14.15 on Amazon or something. It's a 22 millimeter Badger. And I've got it in my Linkidea ceramic bowl. It's got all kinds of grooves in there. And I got it on my warming plate, of course. The only reason I got the brush, and this is the way Amazon operates, I was $13.86 or something like that from getting free shipping on my order. I had to order some stuff for the wedding. Okay? I was less than $14 away. But if you added up what the shipping was, it was more than what this brush cost. So, I got me a brush. Right? Isn't that what we do? You want to play the game? I'll play the game. Didn't hurt me at all. I paid less for the brush than what I paid for shipping for the stuff I really did need. Bloopage. Smells good. It does smell good. Prepare for redness. Leakage. Bodily fluid. Our main bodily fluid flowing. Prepare. This is positive blade exposure. I can feel the blade touching my skin before the razor does. Let's put it that way. I haven't shaved in a week. You guys know that. I only shave on camera, usually. Alright? Look at this. Gone. You can see where I still got hair there. Watch. See the difference? Gone. I will tell you guys, if you do not like overly aggressive razors, which is what I classify this as, is overly aggressive. Stay away. Unless you just want a collector's piece because they're very hard to find. I think I just got myself right there. Can you hear it? Now, the Knight's helmet, the Yachi Knight's helmet razor head, is my aggressive choice on my Magnificent 11 for 2023. Only because I picked this one for my expensive, because this cost me $300. Because I'm dumb and I had to have it in my collection. Okay, just the way I am sometimes. I get fixated on something and I got to have it. And that was one of them. I feel like I just shaved with a frickin' belt sander. We're only doing 2 passes with this sucker, guys. With and against. That's it. I'm not going across the grain with this damn thing because I like my skin where it is. We are not taking it off. Wow. Guys, the soap is burning my skin. That's how close this thing got on with the grain pass. The soap, it's like a 2 or 3 on my skin right now. This thing's a monster. I could see why they didn't sell many, because this, you have to like really, you would be better off shaving with a straight razor than this. You would get less irritation. And of course there is no overhang, because I showed you the blade is completely enclosed inside that massive head. This razor, you definitely need to pay attention to what you're doing and go slow. Right there, just felt it. Right on the edge of the apple, Adam's apple. Right there, just felt it. Yep. Stinging as soon as a little bit of soap on my finger did that, it's stinging. Guys. Done. BBS. BBS. 2 passes. Completely. Okay. I know. I got to do this. I got to do the alum stick. HomeLike Shave. Shaving. Got myself right there on that cleanup. Right there. All right. It's like a 7 out of 10. Wow. I'm just going to let that sit. You know, they say to leave the, yeah, see, look. They say to leave the alum on until it stops stinging. It ain't stopped stinging yet. Oh, my poor dome. Oh, my poor dome. Oh, my poor dome. My poor dome. I haven't shaved my head in a week either. I'm going one pass on the dome against the grain, and that's it. Okay? This thing is just too much. Can you see the difference? Even with the soap on there, can you see the difference? I mean, there's nothing that usually grows up here anyways. If you have any blemishes, zits, pimples, moles, warts, here's your razor to remove them. Ears, you don't like your ears? This will take them off. I feel the blade skipping across the back of my head. Oh my God. Guys, you don't know how that feels. Go out in the shed or out in your garage or in your basement, fire up the belt sander and place your head against it or your face against it. You'll know what I'm feeling. But get a nice, like, 60 grit paper and do it. The handle is slick because it is smooth. But the ridges on it, you see how pronounced they are? That keeps you from sliding off. I didn't want to use a very sharp blade in this razor today. I couldn't imagine using a feather with this thing. You would skin yourself alive. Seriously, you would skin yourself alive if you put a feather in this thing. This thing's also a pain on maintenance. You've got to take it completely apart. You've got to break it down, minus taking the doors off. But you've got to take out all the guts. You take off this end cap right here. You take out all the guts to clean it. You don't have to do it every time you shave. But it is high maintenance. And very aggressive. Kind of like some women, huh? I can't say that. I've got a good one. Guys, you know you got a good woman when her favorite car is not some fancy BMW or Mercedes or something like that. Her favorite car is a 64 GTO with a 389 tri-pack. That's a good woman. I haven't shaved in a week, so I've got a little bit extra growth. I'm just making sure I get it. Okay, that head is too big to get into my channel in the back of my head, so I'm gonna just add a little bit of that. I can feel it. I've got spots all over the top of my head that are burning right now. Just literally burning from that razor. Okay, we're going to do it. I got blood. I got leakage. I'd say I'm leaking tranny fluid, but that makes a whole new meaning nowadays than what it used to. I'm going to do these two, just in case. I think I got it, because I could feel the blade grabbing in there. Well, not grabbing, but dragging. So, I think I got it. I'm good. That ain't getting no more of me. It got enough of me. Oh. Wow. Yeah, I got a few spots. Yeah, I got some redage. Super, super aggressive razor. Like I said, if you like really aggressive razors and you got the 3+, mine was listed at $349. I asked the guy if he'd take 3 and he said yes. So, you know, like I said, there's one listed at $369. If you really, really want one, even just to add it to your collection, he might come down. I can't say. If the seller's in Italy, it's probably the same guy that I bought mine from. Then he's got another one. I didn't look at that. Oh my God. Oh, the channel in my head where I went over it several times with that razor. Oh, oh, guys. That's an 8. Oh. Wow. 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 That's an 8. That's an 8. It didn't stop stinging yet, but I gotta get it off. Oh. Let's see if I can show this. Oh, that's not straight. All right, that's straight. All right, fuck you too. Excuse my French. Can you see the blade? It's touching the blade now, and it's not touching the top cap. If you can lay something flat there and it doesn't touch the blade, that's in the, or it touches the blade at the same time it touches both those, it's a neutral exposure. If the blade has still got a gap, it's negative exposure. But this, when I put it here and start rocking it, it just touched the blade right there. Can you see the little bit of gap between the top of this and the top cap? Can you see? That's positive blade exposure. And as far as I'm concerned, that's a lot of positive blade exposure. Dickinson's Witch Hazel. Wow. Yeah, I still got to get my curio cabinet. When I do, that's going in it and only to be used on special occasions. Like when I do a video like this where I'm shaving with Magnificent 11 type things, that's the only time it'll get used. Otherwise, it's just going to go on display because it is just too. That's on setting 1, guys. That's a 1.525, I think it is, millimeter blade gap. That's over a millimeter on setting 1, the most mild setting. All right, I'm using a little bit. I still have a sample of the Proraso sandalwood, since this soap has sandalwood in it, and I don't have the splash. Be good, and it is. I like the sandalwood, so that's fine with me. That's a good sign. All right, Nivea Max Hydration. I might need extra of this today, guys. For the head. Ooh, doggies. Face. Guys, that is an aggressive razor. I totally understand why they stopped making it. It is just way too aggressive. Seriously, you would be better off shaving with a straight than this thing. This thing will, with a feather in it, I couldn't imagine. You would just fillet yourself. You would just take layers upon layers of skin off. I mean, take that back down. Look at that on setting 6. Look at that gap. Can you see how the blade's flat in it? It doesn't put any arc in it at all. Can you see that? It's just a flipping beast. All right, that's it for me. Good soap. Thank you, Shave Dad. They sent this to me to do a review. I did do the review on it. It's a good soap. I like it. Straight gold shave. This base is amazing. I love this base, and that's the reason I used it today, because I know it's slick, and I want it slick with this monster. So, yes, it is a very slick soap. It's a good scent. I lean towards darker scents. This is a little bit more floral to me. I don't mind floral scents at all. I've got 4711 up there. I use it occasionally, and I like floral scents. I mean, back in the day, that's all they had. But I lean towards darker scents, so, but it's a good scent. You won't be disappointed in it. You definitely will not be disappointed in their base with this soap. I don't know if all their bases are the same, but this is a fantastic base. It's super slick. And I appreciate you being here. Thank you very much. Now, I'm going to go heal my face with a blowtorch. And y'all take care. Appreciate you being here. Thank you. Enough of the babbling fat guy in the camera. You're going to share next. Happy shaves out there, guys. But not with